And welcome back. Parenting can be tough and emotional work, and as important as it is to teach our kids to control their emotions, it's just as important to learn to control our very own emotions as parents. Joining us today to talk about it all via Zoom is Abby Kraus. She's the clinical director at Family Support Centers of Utah. Abby, we appreciate your time here today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're talking about emotions, which can be something tricky and even vague, a vague subject for even most adults. How do we as parents go about managing our feelings in parenting?
Well, I think one thing to remember with managing emotions is that this is kind of something that helps us regulate our own behavior, helps us be able to push past difficulties, maybe calm ourselves or self-soothe disappointment or anger. And I think that it's important to recognize that in managing our emotions, parents can really, the way that they respond to these feelings are really a great opportunity to teach children to see how they can handle things when things maybe get rough.
Okay, and that leads right into the next question on why is this so important that we as parents do this and use our reaction to certain settings as a teaching moment, whether it was the right reaction or the wrong reaction. Why is it important we teach it, and how can we correct if maybe we do it not right that first time?
Absolutely. Well, I think one thing is a big study in 2007 by Morris et al. Found that actually parents really do influence their children's emotional regulation. One way is that children really observe their parents' emotional regulation. So just by seeing how parents regulate their emotions in the moments to upsetting things, and emotional regulated parenting practices, so those ways that we do regulate, those are ways that we can absolutely kind of influence our children and how they might respond to emotional situations.
That's the thing too. Let's say, because I think every parent out there can say this, that in a moment, let's say you react again in a way that you're like, I didn't do it how I'd like to do. Kids are pretty forgiving. Is there a way that you can approach that and correct it with your child?
Absolutely. I think one thing is to remember that, it's okay, be kind to yourself. This is a process. Nobody is perfect, right? But I think it's important to, one is just to tune in to validate our own feelings, also our children's feelings. I think what you just said is a huge thing, is being able to just talk about our feelings. Recognize that anger is really natural in ourselves. It's going to be natural in our children, and trying to talk calmly about them, about our process of our feelings, while also talking about them, about their feelings, is really going to help it.
Okay, so if you were to give parents a quick little lesson on how do we teach skills to our kids, what are the main things that you would make sure to address, Abby?
So I think one thing is take time to cool down, right? It is okay in the moment if we are in heightened emotions. It's okay for feeling angry, feeling sad. Take time, though, to kind of remove ourselves from a situation if we feel as though that we can't control ourselves in that moment. You can always return to the matter and you can deal with that. I think, like I said, too, is to really talk with your feelings with your children. And lastly, really just be kind to yourself in this process. Remember and hold that motivation that it is about to raise a happy, healthy, and loving child.
Yes. Okay, these are such applicable and simple steps to at least start off with. Where can people go for more information as they start their journey on becoming better parents?
You can always reach out to the familysupportcenter.org. They will have resources and also different services that can help a family in need.
Okay, really, we thank you for your time again. Abby Kraus, the clinical director at Family Support Center of Utah. Thanks for your time here today. Again, all that information will be on the website she mentioned and also on abc4.com. Thank you so much, Abby.